Good morning, everybody. Joe Chacho here. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Today I want to talk about referrals. I've had a lot more agents asking me and calling me about referrals. So I've got a couple little notes written down here on referrals, and I kind of ask you to take out a pen and paper and write some of these things down. Not the negative things I'm going to tell you, but some of the things you can do to kind of do something differently. The thing about referrals is that they're not fun. It's uncomfortable to ask somebody for them. You feel bad for asking. You get tired of the rejection. I don't know nobody. The bad results that you're getting from always doing it. So what I want you to do is I kind of want you to think about this here. Today is the time that you're going to make some changes on referrals. I'm going to kind of give you some new ways to try them. The ways you're doing them probably are working, but you may not be coming across the right way. A lot of times when you really don't like doing something and you feel that you're being forced to do it in your own mind, what ends up happening is that your flow, the way you speak, doesn't come out properly. Your voice inflection does not come out. Your tone, your speed, how you ask. Sometimes people can see that you really don't want to ask. So, first of all, I'm going to tell you something. When it comes to referrals, I think you've got to be like somebody that's always prepared. When you're going to go fishing, you got to have extra lures, extra bait, extra lines. You got to have extra weights. You got to maybe have an extra fishing rod so in case something gets caught in a rock and you break it. So when you're doing a referral, you got to sit and think about every way I do it is not going to work, because if you're going to go out and you've got a tackle box, in your tackle box you've got different size weights, you got different tests for the lines. So what you're doing is that you're preparing for something you may change in the middle of the game when you're out in the middle of the ocean. We're the same way. There's days you're going to sit and say, I don't really want to do it that way today. I want to do it this way, or I'm going to go back and forth. So you can't leave home with just one thought process on how you're going to ask for referrals. The smartest thing to do is to always carry company cards with you. So if you're at the mall, you're shopping, you run across a friend, you run across just somebody that you met maybe at church, at some social function, you always got to have company cards in your pocket. Now, I've got my cards in my pocket every single day. No matter where I go, I've got company cards. Now, the company cards I'm going to recommend you to get is a company card with your picture on it. Joe, why do I need my picture on my card? You know, it's got my name on it, it's got my phone number. I think in today's times, things are getting a little bit more challenging. We've got more people coming into our market. We've got much more competition. So you got to sit and think about, what can I do to be the cutting edge ahead of everybody else? I'm going to recommend you to get a picture of yourself on the card. By getting a picture of yourself on the card, what it's going to do is that it's going to help you get into more doors, I feel, because they're seeing a card with your picture. You're validating that you are the person on that card. If you wore a little badge on your chest that has your picture, your agent number, it kind of gives you a sense of you're an actual authoritative figure. So now they're seeing a picture on your card with your name. They're looking at your picture on the badge that you may choose to wear, either one around your neck or one on your belt. We've got to come up with ways to get into more houses and to get people to feel more comfortable speaking with us. I was speaking with an agent yesterday, and we're just kind of talking. He said, Joe, I'm having a hard time getting into houses. And I said, well, the sad part about it is that every time you go to somebody's house, if they read the paper that day or they watched the news the last night or that morning, there's really nothing good on the news. They never hear about, how Johnny Boy was a great boy, helped old Miss Smith across the street. People don't want to hear that. They want to hear how Johnny Boy hit Miss Smith in the head and took her purse, because that's how the media programs us to think that things aren't always good. And what ends up happening, we like that excitement on hearing the bad things, and seniors get more cautious and more nervous. So, here's a couple ways to generate referral leads, okay? Some of the challenging ones are when you go into a neighborhood is to ask the people on the left to the right of the house and the three people across the street from the house you're going to go see. Why should you do that? If you want to make money, you don't want to spend money on a lead. you want to sit and do something when you don't have another appointment to see. It's called getting more action. It's getting more activity. There's an agent that used to work with us a long time ago. He used to park on the corner, and he had a house either halfway down or on the other side. He used to park his car on the corner with a briefcase and walk all the way down the street, going on the left side that way, visiting the client, and then coming back the opposite side with a bunch of cards in his pocket, with brochures, with some type of leave behind with his card on it. So if he saw somebody, says, hello, my name is Joe. This is my area. I'm the new area manager for people wanting life insurance, final expense, burial programs. If you need something, give me a call. So what he was doing is he was like a dog marking his territory. If you don't do it, somebody else who's more aggressive is going to do it. So parking your car, you can get a little bit of exercise. You're going to walk off your lunch. You may pick up a client or two every day, maybe to speak with, and they maybe give you a call back. So if you check on the 2 houses next door, which is not that far, the 3 houses across the street, what it's going to do is give you 5 houses per lead that you have an opportunity to knock on. Now, if you think about that, if you get 20 leads a week,